Welcome, 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 trivalent beings of spirit, mind, and body. Time for the Ask Doc Alkebulanese Solutions Show, sponsored by Prometheus Reborn Universal Foundation, also known as Proof. Its mission is to spread the trivalent understanding noetics, featuring stand-up philosophy that includes anthropology, psychology, biology, metaphysics, medicine, psychodrama, comedy, and music through a genre called edutainment, educating while entertaining, coined by KRS-One. The host of this wonderful show is Dr. Kwaku L. Carlisle Woods, RN, MD, MED-D1, and myself, co-host, Dr. Hamida Rockman Woods, MED, PhD, MED-D2. Well, as you already know, I have a PH.
I have the M.
We both have D's. That makes us dot squared.
Ha ha.
The title of today's show is What Time Do You Have?
What time do you have? But first, the Hip Hope Trio Plus. As usual, Shelly K, KK, her sister, my wife, Hamida, and me, the Hip Hope Trio Plus. An edutainment experience that changes everyone who attends any of our performances. There has never been anybody who came out of our performances the same person they were when they went in, because they have so much more understanding about themselves. And there was a watch party done this past Sunday. The Browns lost to the Steelers, but it was done at a venue that was magnificent down on 75th and Cedar. And we're in negotiations with the owners now to start doing some concerts there with the Hip Hop Trio Plus. If the Lord says the same and the ancestors agree. Now, let's go back to the title. What time do you have? What does that title mean? Unfortunately, as I have told you several times, English is the hardest language on the planet to use because it is so very different in its interpretations. Now, what time do you have? That could mean, what time is it? That could also mean, what time is available for doing something or another. It could also mean, how much time does that individual have for now or forever in this reality? But first, let's go just a little deeper into the concept, because let's first try to find out what time actually is. Time. Definition from Google about the concept of time. The concept refers to the continuous progression of events perceived as a sequence from the past through the present and into the future, essentially measuring the duration and order of changes occurring in the universe. That was Google's definition of time. Now, three very significant facts about that definition. Number one, it has a trivalent, that means three-powered structure. Imagine what that looks like, huh? There it is. Okay. Past, present, and future co-align with mind, body, and spirit. That trivalent structure of time, in accordance to the structure of humanity, is no accident. and we're going to get into that much deeper in just a second. The second thing, significant fact about this definition of time, is the order of changes. Changes as an order: past, present, future. Not present, past, future. Not future, present, past. The specific order of changes give rise to specific understandings. The last thing that is significant in this definition is the last portion of that definition. It states, essentially measuring the duration and order of changes occurring in the universe. Very significant, because it is only significant for this place, for this universe, for this reality. Thank you. This reality has time. Some realities have time measured very differently. Some realities have no time at all. It is always the same time, and changes linked to time do not occur. Why is that significant? Well, as I told you, the last one taken first indicates that time is a factor in this universe. It is not so in others. The second significant is changes are the major factors that humanity responds to. Our minds and bodies are programmed to change with time as time changes. Your body is totally different in the spring than it is in the winter. Didn't notice that? It's true. Our minds and bodies are programmed to change with time. Consider the difference in how your mind and body are now compared to 20 years ago. I bet you will have many changes in those structures in that time. But again, use your spirit and imagine what you'll be like in 20 years from now. 20 years in the future, what you gonna be like? Guarantee it'll be changed from now. Right. A change in the present, not aligned with the past, leads to changes in perception in the future. That's how humanity works. The last factor signifies the importance of mind-body-spirit alignment with past, present, future coordination.
Imagine that. Same one.
Yes, indeed. Yes. Different slide.
Same one you had before.
Okay. We are required to enter this dimension of time. Time teaches our mind-body-spirit complex how and why it functions as it does. Learning this functional relationship is not only important for the function of higher levels of reality, time is essential, and for those higher levels to exist to some degree require beings who have matured to the point that learning their time-linked development has been accomplished. In other words, their time has come. But that usually doesn't happen without support, assistance, and input from a variety of human as well as non-human beings. Some of those human assets are, of course, family and friends. And I say that with the complete understanding that some family ain't friendly, and some friends are much more than family.
True.
There was this guy I met once. Believe it or not, the mayor of Cleveland at the time, Mayor Campbell, asked me to go and see if I could be the person to introduce him to Cleveland. He was a politician from Illinois who actually wanted to be president. His name was Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama, to be precise. And he had this thing about friendliness.
Imagine that.
And helping those who you would consider as if they were family. He had a movement that was significant in changing both the morals and the ethos of the United States of America, because this man was talking about being your brother's keeper. Miles Alexander Keaton Smith, known as Humble G the Fiddler, sang a song about this with Global Entertainment and Global Records. And the name of that song, Brother's Keeper. Listen, make images of the words to this song. Come on, y'all.
That's the promise of America. The idea that we are responsible for ourselves, but that we also rise or fall as one nation. The fundamental belief that I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. That's the promise we need to keep. That's the change we need right now.
Yeah. Global entertainment. That's right. Oh sound, baby. Oh sound, baby. Yeah, we got Mick Beats on the 1-2s. What's up, Dougie? Hey. A brothel, I got you. Listen. Yeah, now I'ma need you to bite your tongue and just listen to the truth. I'm trying to penetrate your soul with these rhymes of blues. Picture the day, you're not hating me, I'm not hating you. Back when the old heads could talk to the youth, we gotta humble ourselves to find God in ourselves. So we can sell why the true artists stay on the show. Ask this question, think we got a little too comfortable. The sins that we commit, we never want to stop and question them. It's like we wear a blindfold on our eyes. That's an immunity to see wrong in these devilish times. We can't seem to get away from this guilt and shame. We fear knowledge, that's why we still act like slaves. I watch my brothers and sisters walk around with no pride. Now bug your fist up and throw your hand high in the sky. To free the people was part of the plan. That's why they trust me. Put this microphone in my hand. Your brother's keeper.
Brother's keeper.
Yes, I am.
My sister's keeper.
Yes, I am.
Am I that one you speak of?
Yes, I am.
That's why they trust me. Put this microphone in my hand. Am I my sister's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
I bet you I can reach ya.
Yes, I can.
I want to see you. That's why I got this mic in
Hey,
my hand.
American sister, tell me how you doing. To my American brothers, keep on moving up in life. And yeah, I know it's stressing you out. You feel you work the block shift to keep food in your mouth. My single mothers trying to pay the rent for the house, and does your man love you? Having them thoughts of doubt, yo, don't stress it. Let the pain ease from your soul. When all you're never too old to accomplish your goals. To my shorties in the street who never had a home, had to learn at an early age to stand on their own. I pray for you and all the struggle that you go through. That's why I'm here on this track, reaching out to you. Learn to see each other as brothers instead of different races. Stop labeling each other by the color of our faces. To free the people was part of the plan. I won't deceive you, that's why I got this mic in my hand. Your brother's keeper.
Brother's keeper.
Yes, I am.
Am I my sister's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I that one you speak of?
Yes, I am.
That's why they trust me to put this microphone in my hand. Am I my sister's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
I bet you I can reach ya.
Yes, I can.
I want to see you. That's why I got this mic in my hand.
Hey yo, what's up, fam? Yeah, I'm talking to you. They say you all what you eat with just a spiritual food. For the ear, just manifested. Don't know what I can't get. They call me undereducated, plus I read Revelation. So I'm 10 steps ahead of Satan. This rhyme is food for thought, you can call it meditation. Illustrations of Quad being a false seeker. Great preacher, on the mic that's here to teach you. The streets call me pain reliever. Your brother's keeper, keeper. Hey. Yeah. Now I'ma need y'all to do something for me. You ready? Yeah. Open your eyes and tune your ears so you know what you see and understand what you hear. Your brother's keeper, 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 keeper.
Am I my sister's keeper? Am I that one you speak of?
Yes, I am.
That's why they trust me to put this microphone in my hand. Am I my sister's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
I bet you I can reach ya.
Yes, I can.
I want to see you. That's why I got this mic in my hand.
Miles Alexander Keaton Smith,
Yes.
Global Entertainment. He gave all the shout outs to Global's members, except Jeezy.
Yeah.
But Brother's Keeper, it's time for that. What else is it time for? It's time to celebrate the life and home returning of someone who saw and shouldered the responsibility of acting out the role of Brother's Keeper.
Imagine that.
Her name was Nikki Giovanni. Oh, God, yes, boy. Nikki Giovanni, just to name a few. Okay. I met her here in Cleveland when I was performing in a play that had a section referring to her. We met at the Playhouse downtown on Euclid, and in the whole Playhouse lobby, I taught her how to play the theremin. Now, y'all don't know what a theremin is, but let me explain it to you. Back in the 40s and 50s, they came up with all of these different little strange horror movies that would have this sound in it. That's a theremin. Yeah, you make that sound by moving your hands in through this microwave set. It's an instrument that produces a microwave, and you put your hand in it, and if you want the note to lower, you lower your hand. If you want the note to raise, you raise your hand. If you wanted to just go, oh, you just wave your hand like this in the middle of the theremin. She came through, and she saw me out in the hotel lobby playing with the theremin, and she came up. I said, "You Nikki?" She said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Hey, come on, play theremin with me." She said, "Okay, how do I do that?" And I showed her how to do that. And we sat there and played theremin for several minutes before the play actually started. I did Grapes of Wrath, the song that the hip hop trio does now. I did that as a solo act then and had the audience in tears. The producer of the play ran backstage right as I was leaving the stage and trying to get back for something else, and grabbed me and said, "Doc, you killed them. They were crying like puppies out in the island." Yeah. I enjoyed meeting my sister, Nikki Giovanni.
Yes.
Now, I saw Nikki after I heard about her passing. I saw an interview of Nikki, and she gave credit to an unknown author for a statement that made me think about the results of last month's election. Okay. Oh, that watch party was something else, y'all. I ain't gonna even lie to you. But Nikki said, if you don't see the face of the devil, it's probably because you're running with him. Now,
It's deep.
that is so very, very deep. And especially after the results of last month's election, when the majority of people of America did not recognize the face of the devil. Someone who is all set up to lead them into a morally bankrupt living. Yep. Boy, Lord bless him. And Lord bless us, because we're going to need it.
Yes.
What time is it getting to be?
Imagine that.
It's past Thanksgiving. We've already elected our next political leader, as I just stated.
I take that imagine back.
And it's fast approaching Christmas. Now, let me give y'all a few pieces of information. As I've been saying for the longest, the Roman Catholic Church has jacked up all of Europe and most of the rest of the world. And one of the ways they did that is they took the Alkebulanese religion, Christianity, and turned it into a European religion by changing the race of Yeshua ben Yosef, who they called Jesus. They made him out to be a European, and they knew damn well he was not a European. He was an Alkebulanese. He looked like me. And they have paintings and all sorts of representation of him, his family, his followers, that all show everybody as an Alkebulanese. Again, in the book called the Holy Bible, the only Europeans in it are the Romans that killed Yeshua ben Yosef. Everybody else in that book is Alkebulanese, pretty much by definition. Now, not only did they change the name from Yeshua to Jesus, shepherds do not tend flocks outside in December. So his birth was not in December. No, if all the rest of the Bible is true as far as his the time surrounding his birth, both before he was actually born and after, in Judea, you had to go and travel when it was good to travel. And that's when the call went out for everybody to return to their town of birth to put in the census. Why in the hell would you ask people to do something like that at a time when it was cold, snowy, wintry? No, you don't do that. That doesn't make sense. It means you're going to get a phony low number. They didn't do that in December. It's just where the Roman Catholic Church decided to place it because it coincided with their own religion called Saturnalia. I'm sorry, their own religious holiday called Saturnalia that happened the 25th of December. How about that? Now, they had already been celebrating Saturnalia for decades to centuries before Yeshua ben Yosef was ever born. So all they did was change the name from Saturnalia to Christmas. Saturnalia was a holiday of festive eating and drinking and gift giving. Sound familiar, huh? It was also the anniversary of the Roman god of the sun. His name was Sol Invictus. And Sol Invictus, the Roman god of the sun, always had a sun around his head. We call them halos. There was no such thing as halos until the Roman Catholic Church decided to Christianize their religion. And then suddenly all of these religious people have Sol Invictus's halo around their head. Imagine that. Now, it's a good thing slavery taught our ancestors to be resourceful and enabling, because Ronald McKinley Everett, known as Ron Karenga, before he eventually became Malana Ndabazita Karenga. Malana Nzabatita Karenga. He used that ancient gift, one of the gifts that came from the blessings of slavery, our creativity, to create the holiday Kwanzaa. The purpose of this holiday time was to honor the ancestors, share a feast, affirm the bonds between the participants, and to celebrate Alkebulanese and Alkebulanese American culture. The original Kwanzaa holiday started on December the 26th. I take it that this was the first Sunday after the 25th. Bless you! And that Sunday was called Umoja, symbolizing unity. The next day, Monday, was Kujichagulia. I love saying that word. Kujichagulia. Self-determination. Tuesday was Ujima, collective work and responsibility. Wednesday was Ujama, cooperative economics. Thursday was Nia, purpose. Friday was Kaumba, creativity. And Saturday was Imani, faith. Wow. This was what the brother decided we needed, and I totally and completely agree with him. But we needed it because we lived in a world that did not give us any of those characteristics or qualities. We lived in a world that God blessed us with, but mankind, particularly pink people, tried desperately to not only take it from us, but to make us leave it away from ourselves. They convinced us we were not the chosen of God. They convinced us we weren't the first human beings made on this planet. They convinced us to convince our children that they were unworthy. Sounds strange, sounds weird, sounds cruel, sounds mean, yeah, all of those things. But that's the world we live in. And we just elected a president to this country who is in line with all of those immoral principles, the felonious felon. But the Hip Hop Trio got a song that talks about that to a degree. It's called This Is the World We Live In. Shelly K kicks us off.
This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend. Life has a purpose before we even came to existence. Everybody had a mission that we said we had to do. Beg the Most High to come back so that we can serve and fulfill what we said we here to do. But no, life is
given paths to follow, not based on you. It's all kind of hollow. Your own understanding is best for your being. It's all about knowing. It's all about seeing that you. The God sees the best. You believe it's all in your hands. Don't be deceived.
Well, I got a few questions, because I really get guessing. What would you do if you really knew you? We're on a mission.
Teaching you to listen.
Make images of what you hear.
Listening to spirit.
Not mind.
It hears it, forgot what I feel.
Not near.
To the power of you, release. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend it. This is the world we live in. You can choose to transcend it. You can choose.
All right.
I just had to get that extra one out. I just stuck in.
You can choose to transcend it. You can choose to transcend it.
You can. You can transcend it with gratitude. You can transcend it with appreciation. You can transcend this reality with faith and the tools of the trivalent understanding noetics. Guaranteed. Okay. So, me, being the strange guy I am, I'm sitting up here looking at these principles and characteristics, and I'm thinking, I like this. I appreciate this. I am very thankful, but a little apprehensive at what the brother had created. Sure, all those elements of relationships should be utilized and explored by all humanity. But what was the most effective way to do that?
Imagine that.
So I created what many considered to be the most effective order of use of these very important links to our brothers, sisters, and ancestral inheritance.
The slide before that one. Thank you, Madasa.
So I started my list of Kwanzaa principles with purpose. What are we doing and why? If you do not understand and have learned what you are doing and why, nothing else really matters. So purpose is first, followed by faith. Faith in your purpose gives you both energy and drive. And it leads to Tuesdays, emoja, unity. Now, I noticed that purpose and faith are both female characteristics. Nia, Imani, those are female names. And purpose and faith are female characteristics.
I made note of it, but didn't make the connection. I see.
To a degree, emoja is also. Emoja is about unity. And who unifies people more than our women? That's basically their job, is to keep the families, the cultures, the people together in unity. First three female principles are followed by Wednesday, I'm a Wednesday child. Kuumba, creativity. Once you have purpose and faith in that purpose and are united by that faith and purpose, you need to get creative so that you can find ways in which the principles that you need get easily accepted and transferable from you to others. Thursday, Ujima, collective work and responsibility. If you do 1, 2, 3, they should result from the first 4 principles. If you put your purpose and faith in order and are unified to come up with the creativity that is necessary to make this easily absorbed and easily passed down, collective work and responsibility results as a matter of course. Next, Kujichakalea, I just like saying, self-determination. Now, this is a different self-determination. When you look at the original Maulana Karenga self-determination, it's second. It's after unity. But it is before purpose, it's before creativity, it's before faith. So, yeah, you're going to have, according to his order, a self-determination that has very little background and very little support and very little enabling energy. My order has self-determination next to last. After you've put in purpose, faith, unity, creativity, collective work, and responsibility, it's going to be a totally different determination of self with that order than with Milana's first. Yeah. Last but not least comes Ujamaa, cooperative economics. And that is automatic if the first 6 are done effectively and in the order that I have outlined. Okay, now, I looked at this and I write down Nia, Imani, Umoja, not yet, Kuumba, Ujima, Kujichakalea, just Kujichakalea, and Ujamaa. Now, I said to myself, N-I-U-K-U-K-U.
Imagine
Niu
that.
Cuckoo.
Yes.
Niu Cuckoo. That is the order of the principles of Kwanzaa that makes Kwanzaa a much more effective tool for bringing people together and for taking those people that have been brought together to a place of enabled abilities and humanity. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what time it is. That's the time of year. That is the time of humanity. And that is the time in this reality when we're supposed to give back all of the people like our newly elected president who only is interested in himself and trade it for a more humanistic way of looking at reality in which we act as brethren and we act as our brother's keepers. That is the time that is now. If anybody wants to catch up to the now, they simply have to make a call to area code 216-378-2742. Make that call.
And we will provide you with a
change your
free
life.
introduction.
Yes. Now, you can call right now. Ask Doc. Look at the numbers flashing at the bottom. 602's area code 610-2060. And ask a doc a question. Any question. It can have any relationship to me, you, or anybody else. I don't care. I just want to help somebody. Makes me feel good. 'Cause that's my purpose. I enjoy my job.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, sir.
The the principles and everything that you just talked about with Kwanzaa kind of reminds me of like the publishing company we came up with, OLU. Order of Liberation and Unity.
Yes, indeed.
So first, we got to have order.
Yes.
Order in our life, in our personal life, in our personal relationship with the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Then we got to have liberation. Liberating our spirit, minds, and body from this system, from any programming that keeps us from being the best human beings we can be.
Absolutely.
And then before we can unify, we got to do all of that. Then last unity.
Yes, that's right.
If you try to unite without doing any of that, you're going to have chaos.
It's not going to work. You're absolutely correct, my brother. I had, believe it or not, been kind of walking through that same area in my own spirit earlier today. I was about to call my publisher, Katie, and to give her a holler, and I thought, no, I'm going to wait until after I hear from my lawyer, and then I'll call her up and get old Lou to working, because we got about 4 books we need to publish right now. All of the classes that we have done, notwithstanding, but every show that we have produced has a script. And those scripts are a book, maybe 2. Because we got 70, how many now? 4?
Yes.
Not counting Blast from the Past?
Oh, I thought you was counting the blasts from the past.
Counted
Well,
some of them. I
well,
didn't
some
count
of them,
them
not
all.
all of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, we have enough for at least 2 books right now that are just shows. And Olu is going to be publishing them if the Lord says the same and the ancestors agree. Now,
we want to give a shout out to our producer.
Yes.
Because he just shared us, and we appreciate that from him. And he, like he always does. And his beautiful daughter.
McKinley Tate III is our producer.
That's right.
He's known as Mick Beats.
Yes. And his wonderful daughter is here with us today, and she
Micah.
does an awesome job.
Yes.
Guess what?
Guess what?
I have a question.
Please. Come on now, girl. Give me a question. Now, excuse me, for everybody out there who don't know, I've adopted her as my daughter about 20 years ago. So, yeah, it's family. Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
So I think I want to try celebrating Kwanzaa this year.
Uh-huh.
So how do you usually celebrate Kwanzaa?
That's a good question.
This Thursday, no, Saturday, I think. Friday, Saturday we're doing that.
How do I usually celebrate Kwanzaa? I usually celebrate Kwanzaa with at least 2 or 3 other groups of individual spiritual people. Seiko. You know Seiko Salinas.
I don't.
Okay.
She'll know her if she's seen her.
She will know her when she sees her. Seiko Salinas is doing a Kwanzaa thing next week. Is it next week?
It's next week.
It's next week. She's going to be
The
honoring
19th, the 20th, the 22nd,
Uh-huh.
and the 23rd. It's 4 days.
It's 4 days.
But we're only doing 2 days with her.
Yes. She is going to be honoring spiritual, shining, bright lights And the first people that she's honoring is my wife and myself. But we got about 3 other groups, including Africa House and Mawija and a couple of different dance groups. And Jamila and them is going to do something for Kwanzaa. We're going to go to that too.
Yeah, but there's usually free events
Yes.
all over this city.
All over the
and
city.
you can just Google in for Cleveland, and most of the time there's somewhere listed somewhere where the different Kwanzaa events are going to be. They use 7 candles for to light for each day for each purpose. The first 3 are the first one is lit is the black one, right? It's at the very top, and then to the right are the 3 green, 3 red, and then to the left is the 3 green.
Green, right.
They all represent something, even to do that day.
Yeah. They all represent those principles and those characteristics that are supposed to be highlighted during that particular Kwanzaa day.
And what the theme of it is really harvest. You're harvesting not only what you've grown physically, but mostly spiritually what you've
Yes.
grown. And one of the things that my husband has suggested is that you take each principle and do it by a month, do it within a month. Practice it for a month instead of a day. And then the next month, do another principle, the second one, and then the third one.
Yes.
So that's another option.
Yes, and in 7 months you will have done them all, and that 8th, 9th, and 10th month you should be rewarded with a life that is not only much more effective, but much more pleasurable.
Yes.
Does that answer your question, ma'am?
Yes, it does. Thank you very much.
You're so
welcome.
very welcome. Makes me smile.
Doc, you forgot to say that you guys invited us, our family, to a Kwanzaa that Tamika told me that you invited us to.
Yes.
Yes.
You and Tamika this time. Just you and Tamika. were
That's the
invited.
one that I was just telling you about.
About
Seco.
Seco's in organizing. It's Dejabo is the company.
That's the
arts
organization. Jabo.
Is that next week you said?
Yes.
yes.
Yes. Friday and Saturday. Because we have Thursday and Friday. Because we have rehearsal on Wednesday. So
right.
Thursday and Friday
Thursday
at
and
7:30. And for anyone that wants to attend outside of YouTube that we're taking care of, it's $25 at the door.
And free food and drinks.
Well, Micah, if you want to come, I got 25 on you.
Appreciate
Okay, that's a blessing.
that is.
Okay, any more questions? I'm surprised. Last week we had about 20-some odd folks calling in and asking questions and making statements, and today I don't see one.
Well, I do want to add, there are people we do not see that watch our show.
Yeah.
And our oldest son kept saying, "Mom, I watched the show," and pretty much, was saying that we didn't recognize that. And so we want to recognize everyone that is watching the show and that
Whether
has
we can see you or not.
subscribed, right, and have made comments that we don't see right now, but it does exist in a different media platform form. It's there.
Because we had 187
views.
some odd views. Of people we did not know.
Right. Our last 2 shows, that not counting counting the Blast from the Past as well. 187, and then the last one was 137 views from our last show. But when you go to look at the Meta channel on this platform,
YouTube.
you can't see all of them.
No.
But the other place I went to, I saw all of them. I don't know how to explain that,
blessing.
but it's just one of those things about media that I appreciate.
There you go.
Different ways to the top of the pyramid.
Absolutely. Anything else, anybody? Because we're through.
Yeah, I got a question.
Please.
So, when it comes to the Bible, and it comes to the origin of humanity,
Yes, sir.
there are people that would call themselves Christian that believe like wholeheartedly in the Bible and the text is the end all be all. Nothing outside of that is in their paradigm or scope of reality.
Yes, sir.
What would you say to people that are listening right now when it comes to that, and then tie it into Kwanzaa?
To people who are, as you describe, are self-described Christians who believe everything in the Bible, I would say, number one, quit following Roman Catholic Church.
They believe that that's the origin of humanity comes from the story of the Bible.
Hold on. Let me give you reason. Because if you believe the Bible, you believe a lie. And that's because the Roman Catholic Church has twisted both the words that's in the books and what those words mean. As I have told and Vladimir Putin showed, we know that Yeshua ben Yosef looked like me. He was Alkebulanese. So was his mama. So was his family. So was all of his disciples. Jews were Alkebulanese race. Yeah. All of the original Jews were Alkebulanese. Don't believe me? Go back to that same book. Go back to Judges, 21st chapter, where... No, it ain't Judges. It's... What's after Deuteronomy? Genesis, Exodus, Deuteronomy. Okay, it's Exodus, 21st chapter, in which Miriam, Moses' sister, is complaining because Moses married an Ethiopian. Now, notice she is not mad because Moses married somebody who is black, because they were all black. She was mad because he married somebody who is from another group of black people, Ethiopian. To make this story very, very short, God smacked her down and said, "Who the hell are you to be telling somebody who to marry? I don't know you like that, and you don't know me like that." And that's basically what God said. Who do I talk to face to face? Your brother, not you. Who do I let know what is coming before it gets here? Your brother, not you. So you don't have anything to say about what tribe your brother marries into. Descriptions of Yeshua, skin like burnt bronze and hair like a lamb's wool. You know any pink people like that? I don't. And again, pink people did not exist until 35,000 years ago. All of the original, early, first people were all Alkebulanese, which the Roman Catholic Church wants to tell lies about. And anybody who believes those lies is not only going to be misdirected and twisted in what they think, feel, and believe, they're going to be shocked as hell when they leave here and go to a war and find out it is run by people who look like me.
Yulise says she asked a question on YouTube, and there it is.
Yulise, do you have any practice, performance, and preparation for the new year? Yes. I am going to try and reform Global Entertainment New Year's Day. R1 McKinley Tate III, Miles Alexander Keaton Smith, James Holder, and Dr. L. Carlisle Woods to meet up New Year's Day. Not New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Sit down, have a talk, commiserate with each other, and plan for the year 2025 in which we are all going to be elevated.
And in addition to that, I want to say, Ulysses, we both want to say, we missed your mother's birthday. I was ill on Saturday, and so we missed it. But so now we want to say on the show, happy birthday to your wonderful mother.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Most definitely and surely.
May the Lord bless her and the
ancestors
ancestors protect her.
Yes,
yes.
Indeed. Wow, that's beautiful. Yes, thanks for the question. Thanks for the statement. Thanks for everything.
Oh.
Are we finished now? Oh, wait a minute. Ulysses Dickerson says, I love that. Oh, thank you.
We love you too.
We do. We do, we do, we do. Okay. And she gives us
a bigger thank.
Praying hands, heart. No.
A bigger thanks.
Yeah,
to
a bigger
you
thank.
so much.
Okay. Okay, we're not on the screen, so they can't see this. Oh, there they can. Now they can.
They could always see it whether I change the screen or not. They still see what you see right now.
Okay. That's a blessing. Okay.
All right now.
It's time for us to say peace.
Peace.
And that, of course, stands for
proper education always corrects errors.
Peace, y'all.
Yeah, love you.
See you next Wednesday.
Oh, you made it to the end of the video. Well, I am tired a little bit differently. I'm dressed as Baba Amwa. If you would like more of your own understanding, like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
And go to the sites that we have listed around us. The Most High is good.
And the ancestors are kind.
Thanks
for having us on your minds.
Peace.